Welcome to Cigar Audit. I'm Matt, and this is
Ed.
And we are here to review the Oliva Serie Double Robusto.
I need to interrupt you.
Yes.
We need to have this little ceremony
Okay.
before we begin.
Of the ceremony?
Yes.
Yes,
The
sir.
new Cigar Audit hat. I need to
Oh.
hire that one. Yes. There we go.
Very nice, sir. Well, back to the cigar. The Oliva V Series, I make no secret that I like the Oliva brand. And the V Series, to me, is a good quality stick. Tends to be a little fuller than a lot of their other line. But has a nice triple cap.
You gave me my own cutter so I wouldn't complain. And then you
I just said I didn't throw it.
You don't like it.
Well, you never know. You might want a cutter.
I haven't.
But a nice triple cap, fairly dark wrapper. Tends to have a little spice to it. I've had them many times before. Get a little earthiness to the wrapper. Ed thought it smelled like something else, but we won't go there right now.
If I hadn't taken a shower today,
Okay. It's got a musty earth smell, let's put it that way. But construction looks good. Tight seams. Veins are minimal, they're there, but they're minimal.
this is a Nicaraguan, correct?
Yes. So far, lots of smoke. Good smoke output.
You want me to turn the phone on?
No. I get some spiciness to it. Very woody spice. That's what I get. Well, you make fun of me for saying cedar.
No, I don't make fun of
Or-
you. I just think you're obsessed with wood for some reason.
Maybe I am. Who doesn't like good wood? What are you getting?
You're really getting spice, huh?
Yeah, I'm getting pepper. Black pepper.
I'm getting a little bit, but it's very mild for me.
We'll get further down into the cigar towards the body third, and we'll be back to you. Welcome back to Cigar Audit. Matt and Ed here, going over the Oliva V Series Double Robusto. Ed, your first third. How's it progressed for you, sir?
Well, I'm starting to get a little bit more of the spice and a little bit more of the cedar, along with an earthy taste, not the deep earth that you like so much.
Yeah.
I'd say more of a sandy loam.
Okay. Okay. It's a fairly complex cigar for regular production. Oh, you broke your ash. Speaking of ash, you can see that my cigar has a very nice ash. It's burning even now. I did touch it up nicely
too.
but now that it's gone. But I'm getting similar flavors. I'm getting the earth with some spice and black pepper. Very on the finish, a little hint of cayenne pepper, which I like, and some woody notes. And as well as some cream occasionally. It's not prevalent all the time, but occasionally you get a little creamy note to it. But I'm enjoying it. It's very good. Burn is very good. Flavor profile is very good. It's nothing to complain about. But so far, this cigar is providing, I'd say, a fairly complex balance. Would you agree?
Medium complexity. Certainly more complex than some of the ones that we have recently.
Yeah,
More than that last Boulevard. That last Boulevard was just strong.
it was strong, and it was a very Cuban tobacco flavor.
It was Carl strong.
It was, but it wasn't. It wasn't a bad cigar, but it didn't have a lot of different flavors to make it complex. Where this one, I just routed off a half a dozen, and that's fairly complex to me, and not one seems to be out of place, which is perfect. So I'm enjoying it immensely. Welcome back to Cigar Audit. Matt and Ed here, going over the Oliva Series V Double Robusto. Ed, how's your body third?
I think I'm getting a little bit more spice actually than I was earlier on.
Okay.
Here's the opposite for you.
Yeah, for me, the body, I've gotten some more creaminess out of it. Less black pepper. I'd say that maybe my pepper has turned to more like white pepper, the lighter pepper. But still has some spice to it. Still some earthy notes. So still fairly complex, but it's died down a little bit in spiciness, especially on the draw. The spiciness is still there on the finish, but I would say it's more white pepper with maybe a little bit of cayenne pepper or red pepper, something with some heat. So, what about your finish?
I'm getting the opposite. I'm not really getting
Really?
the creaminess at all. It's the spices become more intense for me.
My burn's been pretty good. This is still the second ash, so it's still holding on pretty strong.
When you say creaminess, are we talking about a straight cream?
Yes.
Not the Irish sweet cream?
Not
or whatever, Italian, that's it, Italian.
Not sweet cream. I'm just getting a standard creaminess to it, like a standard cream, but with the spices to it, so it does make it a little complex. My woody notes have gone away. Do you still get the wood flavors?
I never said I did.
Yes, you did.
I said, did I? What did
Yes,
I
you
say?
did. You said you're starting to taste the cedar. Now you understand.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Well, cedar is technically a wood, I guess.
Mr. Technically, Mr. Short-term memory. Anyway, quite enjoyable. Great draw.
No, the
great
cedar,
balance.
to answer your question,
The cedar's
the
gone?
cedar tones are not there now like they were. It seems to be kicking up a little bit in strength, too.
Yes,
A
I
little
did.
bit.
The Ligero of this, which is supposed to be fairly strong stick, I think has come out more in the body than it did in the first third. To me, most of the spice is all in the finish. I get very little on the
Well,
draw.
I'm getting it on fire.
Yeah. Well, it's good. Nonetheless, it's a good cigar. Similar profiles. These, not that it makes a huge difference, but these have been in the humidor for about 6 months. So I've had these for a while, so they've settled in a little bit into their profile. And still lots of smoke. Do you get a lot of smoke to it? Yeah, I think it's performing very well. So burning pretty quickly, considering, and I've put my cigar down twice now, I think for what, 4 or 5 minutes?
15 minutes?
No, 4 or 5 minutes. And I've picked up the cigar, and it's still lit, it's still working perfectly, so that's a sign of a very well constructed cigar, where you can put it down, you pick it back up, and it's still ready to go. There's nothing worse than putting a cigar down for like a minute, and then you pick it up and you have to relay it. It's kind of annoying.
Last long,
Sort of, but it just becomes too much work, and you tend to make it quite bitter by relighting it.
well, don't do that.
Then you can't smoke it. But anyway, so far so good, doing very well. We'll get down to the end of this cigar and tell you our finishing thoughts. So my cigar has progressed a little bit in each third. There hasn't been a major progression, but now the creaminess has died down. Now I get more of an earthiness with some spice to it. The black pepper's made a comeback on the finish. My draw's getting a little hot here, but I'm literally down to the last inch or even less. But it has performed very, very well. I've enjoyed this immensely. What about you throughout the progression?
The spice has gotten stronger. For me, it's got a little stronger as we got down to the last third, the hit third. It's a pleasant cigar. I think it's well balanced. Medium complexity. I mean, it's changed a little bit. I'm not getting any of the creaminess that you're getting, but more the earth, little hints of cedar, and the spice. Black pepper spice, I think, for me. Spicier than the last couple of sticks that we reviewed. Pleasant cigar.
Yeah, I think mine's performed very well. And I like the fact that it was very woody and spicy. You got cancer?
I might.
It was very woody and spicy to start with. Then moved to a creamy palate, and now it's a dark earth with more spiciness, and I would say it's definitely strong at this point. This is a full-bodied cigar at the end, in both flavor and strength. And now you know what that means.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
You wouldn't say it's full-bodied?
Not in strength.
No? Okay.
I'd say it's medium full. Full body was that Boulevard.
The end of this one for me is equal to that Boulevard in strength. It's strong at the very end.
Okay.
But it took a while to get there.
Looking something else for it?
No, I was not. But it's performed very, very well. So Ed, where would you rate this cigar? Anytime now.
Well, do you want me just to blur out a number, or do you want me to try to give it some cognitive thought?
Cognitive thought is a good thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give it a 90.
Ooh, wow, that's low.
You think?
Compared to the last few that we had, you don't think it's more complex and a good balance?
I think it's more complex, but for me, I enjoyed the Upman.
To me, a 95 rated cigar and a 97 rated cigar are very different. So I don't put this at a high 90s. I would say that this is a 94. I think this is very good. It's more complex. The construction was very good. I was able to put it down and pick it back up. It's still lit. So it is, and I've had 3 definite transitions. Although they're not drastic, but they're there. So I think this is a more complex cigar than that. I may have liked the flavor profile better than the others.
Well,
but overall, because I'm not a huge spice fan, but it's not overly spicy to the point where
all those Spice Girl albums you have.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a Spice Girl fanatic, but
I mean, it's comparable to the Boulevard and the Upman. I think they're in the same ballpark. I just enjoyed those a little bit better than this.
So I'm going to stick with a 94, and you gave it a 90, you said?
Yeah, that means it'll be a 94 on the website.
That does, because Ed does not take the time to write any reviews. He's a video reviewer only out of...
At this point.
Oh, at this point. Okay, we'll see how that progresses. So anyway, the Oliva Serie Double Robusto, very good cigar. They're fairly economical, so the value is good. Pick them up. I would prefer to buy them in a box. I think that you can ensure that they're taken care of better versus buying the single sticks. But if you're new to it and you're new to a full-bodied cigar, I'd say this is medium full in general. So you might want to try one stick before buying a box, but if you like it, buy the box. You get a better discount and enjoy it. It's a beautiful cigar. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And be sure to check us out on cigaraudit.com. We'll see you next time.
Entre preciosos palmares se oyen los tiernos cantares que salen